Arab or hot countries. Many diseases are coming more than ever. Even all kinds of insects are going to different countries, wreaking havoc everywhere like never before. Floods like never before, unprecedented disasters everywhere, even happening simultaneously.
From August 20th to 26, 2023, the planet was once again hit by unpredictable events caused by climate change. In the meteorological history of these 7 days, many temperature records of unbearable heat were recorded. But this is just the beginning. The forces of nature made crushing blows one after another, bringing new disasters each day. On August 20th, Tropical Storm Hillary, with the strength of a Category 4 hurricane, struck the west coast of Mexico, the California Peninsula, and the southwestern United States. Entire neighborhoods ended up buried under tons of mud and debris. People trapped in the dangerous trap had to be evacuated using bulldozers. On August 21st, a series of natural disasters struck the countries of South America. A forest fire broke out in the municipality of San Luis, Argentina, and the Ubinas volcano woke up in Peru. In Chile, 2 people lost their lives as a result of flooding in the south-central region. The next day, cataclysms struck various regions of the planet with renewed force. On August 22nd, a massive wildfire broke out in northwestern Turkey's Çanakkale province. Driven by the wind, the fire spread over vast areas. After this event, a lot of people will have to start their lives over from scratch. On the same day, residents of the western part of Saudi Arabia were affected by the storm. The storm's main impact hit the cities of Mecca and Jeddah. The hurricane winds and rain literally knocked people off their feet, easily demolishing billboards and metal structures. The residents of India continue to suffer from heavy rains. On the same day, in the town of Kotdwara, a car was swept away by a rushing water stream. Roads were closed due to flooding and landslides. On August 22nd, a storm with hail struck the northern Buenos Aires province in Argentina. The city of Pergamino was hit the hardest. Some hailstones reached the size of tennis balls. The disaster damaged houses and cars. In another part of the world, a storm with hail struck the town of Kęty in Poland. Trees were fallen in some places. On the same day, Tropical Storm Harold struck the southeast Texas coast, causing heavy rains and local flash floods. And on August 23rd, Tropical Storm Franklin hit the Dominican Republic, leading to the evacuation of more than 5,000 people. A state of emergency was declared in almost half of the country's provinces. At the same time, in Russia, heavy rains flooded the Primorski. In a few hours, nearly half of the monthly precipitation norm fell in Vladivostok. Ushuriysk also went underwater. Fires continue to rage in Greece. Roads, beaches, and residential houses were engulfed in flames. As of August 23rd, 64 fires and new casualties were reported. The following day, the hot weather in southern Germany was replaced by storms with heavy rain and thunderstorms. And in India, in the city of Kullu, Himachal Pradesh, several high-rise buildings collapsed due to a massive landslide caused by monsoon rains. In Brazil, a strong storm raged in the state of São Paulo. The strong winds uprooted trees, destroyed poles, and overturned cars. On August 25th, the streets of Vladivostok were flooded once again in Russia, while in the town of Vyborg residents filmed a water tornado. In the state of Louisiana, USA, wildfires engulfed an area of over 6,000 hectares. the entire population of Maryville town was evacuated. After heavy thunderstorms and heavy rains, a storm swept through the states of Michigan and Ohio. Wind speeds reached up to 87 miles per hour. As a result, about 700,000 people were left without electricity. Some areas were flooded. On the same day, a tornado struck Ingham County, Michigan, claiming the lives of at least 5 people. In the state of Illinois, eyewitnesses filmed on video an anomalous phenomenon, continuous lightning flashes, and large hail fell in Saudi Arabia and Austria. A powerful storm that began on the evening of August 25 and continued on August 26 covered several European countries: Germany, Spain, Italy, Czechia, and Slovakia. In Spain and Germany, the storm was accompanied by abnormally large hail. Tens of thousands of households were left without electricity. Meanwhile, Tropical Cyclone Saula was gaining strength in the Pacific Ocean. All these events were happening incessantly, day after day, without even a pause between these powerful manifestations of nature.
This way, this way.
People are dying everywhere, young. Some diseases never happened to young people before. Now they come to young people, like cancer, for example. Many strange diseases come and stay. Many strange viruses stay. Many ancient bacteria viruses have come back. Many strange animals and strange diseases are befalling our earth everywhere now.
NASA climate scientists are warning about the potential resurgence of so-called zombie viruses, or viruses that can come back from the dead. They say warmer conditions are causing part of the Arctic's permafrost to thaw. If it thaws significantly, they say some viruses that have been lying dormant for tens of thousands of years could reemerge and possibly endanger animals and humans. Scientists say the permafrost acts like a time capsule for viruses.
The CDC warns the respiratory virus RSV is rising in the southeast. RSV causes cold-like symptoms in most people, but can be dangerous for infants, the elderly, and those with weakened immune systems. A recent study found there is a 79% surge in new cancer cases in people under the age of 50. In addition to genetics, the findings found a Western diet consisting of too much red meat and salt and not enough fruit could also be putting young people at risk. Alcohol intake and tobacco use were also highlighted as cancer risk factors.
The state saw its first 2 human cases of West Nile virus last week, and Triple E was detected in mosquitoes for the first time in Massachusetts in 3 years.
And there is a statewide outbreak of meningococcal disease in Virginia. It has killed 5 people so far. The authorities say that the deaths occurred from complications of a rare but serious illness, but a total of 27 people were infected with the disease. The mortality rate stands at 18.5%.
After a flesh-eating virus claimed lives in the United States, there is another deadly outbreak that is causing concern. An outbreak of Legionella bacteria has hit Poland's southeast, which serves as a hub for aid to Ukraine. This infection has claimed at least 19 lives, and the numbers could rise.
Countries around the world are witnessing a fresh spike in COVID-19 cases. While a new COVID-19 variant, informally named Perola, may be behind the rise of the hidden COVID.
Every summer, it seems like we think we're going to catch a break from COVID, and it never happens. The Eris variant in May was responsible for less than 1% of infections. In June, it was 5%, July 15%, and August, almost a quarter of infections, 24%. So basically, it's taking over, it's more infectious, and that's why a lot of people are getting COVID right now. Another variant that people and scientists in particular are starting to talk about is BA.2.86. And this variant seems to have a large number of mutations on the spike protein. Scientists think that it probably incubated somewhere in a person who was immunocompromised, so it had a long time to mutate and get a lot of weird mutations on it that we haven't seen before. So they're concerned about that because, well, we don't know yet what it means. It could mean it's more contagious or it's more able to evade our defenses, that we've already built up the immunity we already have. It's hard to say how fast this variant is spreading. It's been sequenced in several different countries, which suggests that it is quite widespread.